Cool. All right, our first question. Did you enjoy the burger?
Oh, I did. I'm disappointed that Beer and Burger has closed. So, a bit disappointed with that.
What was the burger?
Beef.
Just a plain beef one?
Just plain beef burger.
Well, did you enjoy it more or less than your side's performance tonight?
Probably more. It was really tasty. And I was hungry.
So were you disappointed, therefore, with your team's performance, or it just wasn't as good as the burger?
Look, we just had, from productivity, our first half was very good. We scored 3 goals. But from performance point of view, it just wasn't good enough. Second half was maybe we created some good opportunities. We had some good situation that maybe we could have scored a goal. But we controlled the game much better than first half. We kept the ball for a little bit longer. We dominated. Our pressing was much more aggressive. We forced the turnovers. Just something that we just did not do in the first half.
So it's a bit of a juxtaposition. You score 3 goals in the first half. Don't think you played too well. Don't score any goals in the second half, but you think you played better. So you say what you weren't doing there in the first half. What do you think that was down to?
Oh, I don't know. To be honest, our first 7 minutes was excellent. I think we kept the ball for 60-70% of the time. And they're a good squad. They're a good team, and we identify some of their strengths. Which is, they move the ball one touch really, really well. So we targeted that. We said, once they start moving the ball one touch, we must apply more aggressive pressure. We've done that for the 3rd goal, and we forced the turnover, and then Tilio squared the ball to Jamie for the goal. So if we did that more regularly throughout the game, we would probably be more effective. But we didn't. We were just too slow. We were not aggressive enough. We were waiting for them to receive the ball. We were allowing them to have a number of touches before they had to play the ball, before they were under pressure. So I wasn't happy, with our defending. Another thing that we also identified was, their long diagonal passes. And I think our second goal was from that. We intercepted that long pass, and Tilio went all the way and scored a goal. So you try to turn their strengths into their weaknesses, but we just did not follow the game plan enough, to be honest.
You did mention it there, so we will ask Marco Tilio. It's not off. Well, he's making a habit of it now, I guess, sort of picking up the ball in his own half and going on a run. But were you surprised just the extent the Sydney FC defence stood off him as he just scythed right through them?
Look, it's one of those moments you kind of back off. You think he's going to have a shot and he's going to go over the crossbar. But, he's exceptional talent, and, we haven't seen just one little tiny bit of his ability and his talent. Very soon he's going to be one of the key players in the A-League, and, hopefully we can keep him for a few more years and enjoy his talent here in Melbourne City.
And Jamie, I guess for him, 2 games without a goal is considered a drought, but he's got a brace for himself tonight. What did you make of his performance?
Look, it's a typical Jamie. When you least expect, he was there. The first goal, you can see he's calculating where to make the run. Do I go behind him? Do I make a run in front of him, in front of defender? And he made the run in front of defender, and he scored a beautiful goal. Second one, obviously, Tilio did all the great work, and then he was again in the right moment and the right space.
Just on Tilio's goal, where do you think that ranks? Is it going to be hard to beat for goal of the year? How did you see it?
Look, it was a fantastic goal. From where he started to where he finished, it's almost like Messi. Just maybe a little bit less obstacles on his way to the goal. But he's just, as I said, he's fantastic talent, and we are so happy to have him here with us.
Recently, you said that you'd like it's sometimes a good idea for the younger talented players to maybe just stay in the A-League a bit longer before they perhaps go overseas. Do you think Tilio's getting to the stage where the time where he goes overseas might be coming quicker than you thought?
Me as a coach, I do hope so, but obviously if the right offer comes, club will make the decision, and I think he's ready. I think he's ready to go overseas, but he just doesn't need to rush into some league or some club where maybe they're not going to play similar way of that suits him. But yeah, I'm quite sure that wherever he ends up, he's going to produce magic like he did today.
Now, in the last 2 games, you've conceded 5 goals, and you mentioned the defence. Is that probably the biggest area that you're going to be focusing on, heading into the last sort of section of the season?
Yeah. Look, I was much happier with our defending today. Obviously, free kick over the wall, those things can go over the crossbar. Goalkeeper can save. Today was spot on. We had a couple of scary moments inside our penalty box, but because we had good numbers and we were protecting the frame of the goal, I thought there was maybe one thing that lacked against Melbourne Victory, so we have improved that. We just need to continue, but we want to defend as far away from our goal as possible, and once we get back to that. We've done that against Western Sydney. We've done that against Adelaide. We've done that against, I can't remember now, MacArthur. So we've done that, and we just need to go back to that, and then you'll concede less because you win the ball higher up the pitch.
Matthew Leckie, how bad is the injury? We heard he got injured before the game. How long is he going to miss, do you think?
I still don't know. I can't tell you that. We are still waiting for the medical people to inform us, but he's going to miss a few games for sure, and hopefully it's going to be a quick recovery for him.
And also just the Van der Ven yellow card, did it sort of surprise you that it was a yellow? Were you sort of, or red, or that wasn't red, or because usually when it goes to VAR?
Yeah, well, look, on our screen you could not see exactly what happened. It was too far away for me to see what was the contact. But, I think if there was a contact, it was a good decision by referee. And, I think the VAR system is working, and, there should be no problems. They made the right decision at the end.
Rado, obviously it's a very special weekend. The Pride celebrations, I touched on it a little bit yesterday in the pre-match press conference, but now that you've actually seen everything that's, City's put on throughout the match graphics, all the merchandise, just everything, what did you make of the, I guess spectacle might be the right word to use, even though I feel like it's the wrong word to use? Like, what did you make of it?
Look, as I said, we are very proud to be taking part in that, at this moment, and boys wore the T-shirts as a part of celebration, and maybe we had a little bit more supporters, but maybe they were a bit afraid to get wet. Hopefully we'll get more supporters in next few games, and can celebrate with the team.
And again, we touched on this a little bit yesterday as well, but obviously you're the former women's team coach. Knowing the close relationship that you have with that squad, does that make it extra special? Absolutely,
yeah, absolutely. I watched them yesterday. They had a training game at our training fields, and they were all looking forward. They are a little bit disappointed that they are not playing this weekend. They got a bye, but they're going to probably come tomorrow to watch Adelaide versus Melbourne Victory and be part of the celebration in the grandstand.
Just wanted to ask you about, you had a lot of young players on the bench today, like Max Caputo and Emin Djurakovic. How far away do you reckon they are from getting some first team minutes? And did you pick them just because of the injuries to Leckie, or are you just trying to give more match day experience?
Look, mainly it's because we had a lot of injuries. Max Caputo, he just came back from injuries himself. So, but some of these boys are really pushing, at training sessions. They've been outstanding. And that is the next batch of our young players that, hopefully in next 1 or 2 years, we're going to be seeing more of them. And they're going to be, taking over from Tilly or taking over from Bossy as those young players, young emerging players that are coming to the club.
Just any injuries or concerns after the game, or?
No, not at the moment. It is a short turnaround, Friday, Adelaide. But yeah, no injuries.
Obviously, the Diego Capallo goal came very, very late. I know you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. Like, is it disappointing to concede a goal that late, knowing that time's run out and the match results kind of just sealed? And
Look, it's better to concede a goal in last minute or with the last kick than 5 minutes to go, because then you can't sleep all night. But yeah, look, as I said, it was just one of those. It was perfect strike and it goes over the wall, and there's not much Tom could do about it. And all credit to the taker. He did really well. It was a great strike.